This might actually be one of the most important gameplay systems Grayzone Warfare has added so far, because stealth finally feels like it matters. Playing PvE in the sense of just running and gunning and trying to get as many headshots as possible is fun and all, but at the same time this is a tactical shooter, so trying to play the game in a tactical way has been kind of weird when it comes to the actual stealth system in the game. AI used to feel pretty inconsistent. Well, yeah, pretty inconsistent. Now visibility actually matters, and we have a new way of going about it. Now let's break down what the system actually does. First off, there's the obvious choice of vegetation. In the top left, you're going to see I'm at 77 meters. I can be spotted by an AI. But if I go into a bush, it's immediately 31 meters. And if I crouch, it gets even smaller, 8 meters. And if I go prone, it's even smaller at 2 meters. Now, what does that mean though for when you're sneaking up on people? Well, just because I'm standing here, I'm at 77 meters. But if I'm walking, it's at 80 meters. And if I'm sprinting, it has no difference. I'm still at 80 meters. So standing and moving is all the same, regardless of your speed. That being said, crouching. If I'm just crouched, standing still, I'm at 68. And if I'm moving, I'm at 70. So it's the same threshold where if you're standing still, you don't have as much visibility. If you are moving, you gain some more visibility. And same thing for proning. I am at 2 meters, and if I crawl, I'm still at 2 meters. So I guess proning is by itself. Well, I guess proning is by itself in the sense that if I sit in this bush, regardless if I'm proning, I'm still at 2 meters. Other impacts is obviously the stance system, as I just indicated. So you have the prone system, the crouch system, and the standing system. Weather is also a factor, and as you can see right now, it's just kind of dreary raining right now, and I don't think this actually affects it. But at nighttime, darkness does matter, and if you have a fog, I believe there is fog in this game, you then also have less visibility. Same thing goes for suppressors. If I'm sitting in this bush, I'm still at 42 meters. Even when I shoot with a suppressor, I'm still at 42 meters. Now, if I take off the suppressor, and then I shoot, I go up to 67 meters when shooting. Now mind you, they did mention that this is in experimental mode, so there is going to be changes down the road. That also means that things are going to make more sense as they come across what they actually want to define for the system. For example, they stated general noise, which I guess could mean a various amount of things, like maybe dropping your gun, as that makes more noise, and so on and so forth. But I don't really know exactly what that means. They were pretty vague about it, but just wanted to note that as well. Now you might be asking, why does this matter? Well, this is going to create a slower movement system and a tactical pacing time for players who are wanting to play it like that. Remember, this is mainly for PvE and AI visibility system. The AI visibility system in PvP helps just kind of let you know that you're not going to have to deal with the PvP or PvE when it comes to a PvP situation. Now mind you, I can take this slower or I can just run and gun. If I sit here and stand behind this tree, I'm at 18 meters. And if I walk up to this guy, as you can see, I'm getting very, very close to being able to be spotted. But if I hold control while I'm walking, I slow walk and I lose a few meters as well. This individual still doesn't see me or hear me. And now that I'm in a bush, they really have no idea. Until he sees me just like that, because his buddy over here saw me. So this means suppressors are very important when it comes to PvE. You're going to want to use these more often because you're going to be able to take down a smaller group or a patrol without aggroing a nearby village, which is very good, as well as crouching and prone will actually matter when it comes to AI fights. Now, what does this mean when it comes to the game in PvP versus PvE? I know there's a lot of draw to the PvP scene, but what about the employed individuals who just want to show up to the game after they get home from work and making dinner and making sure the kids are in bed? You're going to want to play the PvE mode and be more immersed. Well, that's what exactly this system does. It allows you to be more immersed in the gameplay and allows you to actually play the game at a slower tactical rate that you would expect from games like this. Before this update, there's been a lot of complaints around AI laser beaming you, just kind of like full auto and you're getting riddled to death, or just kind of one taps across the map. Now, that being said, there was also the random detections. For example, if I was aiming at this guy, I am currently spotted at 80 meters, and this guy is currently 82 meters from me. I'm at 76 meters. He should see me in the near future. At 76 meters, standing here in the middle of the road, and the guy is currently 72 meters from me. So the inconsistent when it comes to random detections is still kind of there, because this individual should be able to see me right now. I'm standing in the middle of the road wearing a very bright orange backpack. Not that that matters right now, but this guy now just sees me, and so we'll finish that. The other complaint that was going on was after I'd taken out this individual, apparently everyone in a 12-mile radius now knows exactly where I am, such as this guy right here. I thought I was using a suppressor. Individuals should not be able to hear me at very long range. That being said, suppressors aren't as silent as you would think in real life, so this guy right here should definitely be able to hear and see me in the direction of which his teammate fell. But the man all the way over there, roughly at 100 meters in a tower, probably shouldn't have reacted, or at least just kind of looked in the general area instead of aiming directly at me like he was. So now this begs the question. There's kind of problems with the system as it is experimental, so we are kind of trying to play with it and see what we can do. And if you do have any issues or you've noticed some bugs, you can always hit Shift plus F12 and it will open the feedback form. You can put your email address in here and tell you exactly the type of report you're trying to make, and it will do your log files, computer specs, and screenshot of the issue. So make sure you're looking exactly at the issue if it is in game. So from a balance perspective, how does this work? So the UI inaccuracies, how do we know exactly the 68 meters is accurate or not? As I showed you earlier, the individual could not see me. I was 70 meters from him, and I was able to be spotted at 77. The other balance question is, are bushes too strong? I'm just walking into this bush here. I'm clearly above the bush. It's very much below me, but I'm spotted at 21 meters, and if I walk to the side, I'm back at 44 meters and I'm not in the bush. Right, so our bush is too strong. And then there's the obvious situation of lighting not affecting some visibility. Like if I'm standing in the sun, I should have more visibility, and if I'm standing in the shadows, I should have a little bit less. And when it comes to actual visibility on lighting, there's also the consistency of the backpack, as I see here. Some feature that I would like to see, I don't believe it's a factor yet, is the actual indicator of the camouflage you're using and based around where you are. For example, this orange backpack should give me a plus 10 meters on the range of being spotted. Not that this backpack is a great backpack to begin with, as it has the 42 slots and no gun slot here, which is great to carry for PvE, but you should have a trade-off. So what do you guys think? Is this going to be a balanced system? Are we liking the experimental build and where it is now? And what kind of improvements are you guys wanting to see? For the first time, the Gray Zone Warfare stealth system actually feels kind of connected to the game and feeling like it's more immersive. So I just wanted to make this video showing you how it works, and if you guys have any thoughts, please let me know in the comments and we can discuss it further and hopefully give MADFINGER Games some great feedback points to better develop the system the way we like.